Tonight's true scary story is absolutely horrifying. I'm not sure if this is poltergeist behavior or demonic, but all I know is that this family went through something horrifying in their house. Before I get started, if you like this story and you appreciate my work, if you could hit that like button and maybe even leave a comment if you're feeling extra generous, I would truly appreciate that. So tonight's submitter did not tell me whether I could use her real name or not, so we are going to call her Marla. It started when Marla was 7. She was being held down by something. She couldn't scream, she couldn't move, she couldn't do anything. Mind you, she had been living in this house for 14 years and nothing like this had ever happened before. She doesn't know if it was maybe gaining strength over time, but one day, her and her mom were in an argument and she was flat ironing her hair. Now Marla's biggest fear was a door being slammed in her face with nobody being behind it. So as she is flat ironing her hair, she can hear her dog barking aggressively in the backyard when suddenly she hears a tap, tap, tap on her bathroom window. As soon as she looked, the bathroom door slams in her face. She opened that door and took off as fast as her little legs could carry her, but as she's running, she feels this presence running behind her. It followed her out to her car, so she gets in her car and she pulls around the backyard. She gets out because her dog is still acting funny. He's growling aggressively. So she gets back in her car and she takes off. As soon as she gets up the road, she hears her back seat belt buckle. There was nobody back there. Now this was the start of all of it. One day, her son was in the kitchen and they had a stove where you could see your reflection on the glass door. Her son then comes in the bedroom and he's pale white. He's trying to get something out, but he can't get it out. He can't say it. So she looks up and there's this short black figure darting towards them. She slams the door as fast as she can. She locks it, but whatever it was started shaking the door handle and beating on the door. It was trying its hardest to get in. After that one day, it got really bad. One day, she's sitting on her couch. She felt this eerie feeling like she was being watched when all of a sudden her arm started burning, like really bad. She had her sister look at it and there was a huge scratch on her arm. Later that night, they were watching TV. At this point, everybody in the house thinks that she's crazy. She wasn't making things up. As they're sitting there in the living room, she hears the kitchen door shut and you hear a big boom in the living room. They opened the door and everything was flipped all over the place. The table was flipped over. The chairs were upside down. And on top of that, all their cabinets were open. Now later on that night, they're all together and they hear this tapping sound on the wall. They look over and a picture that they had on the wall was swinging fast back and forth, and it just stops all of a sudden. She laid her phone down and put it on record and you could hear growling. It was awful. But when her sister or her sister's boyfriend tried to do it, they heard nothing. It's almost like this thing was just messing with her. Later on, another night, they were all sitting at the kitchen table eating, when suddenly the kitchen table started shaking violently. They all look at each other like, what the hell is going on? When suddenly they hear this awful growl. They all dart outside. They go to the front yard and they look through the kitchen window. And in the kitchen window is this tall, dark, black shadow figure. It was just standing there, staring at them. The dog wouldn't even come into the house anymore eventually. When she had to use the bathroom, she would use it at the front door. Well, one night, they're sitting in her sister's room when suddenly the bed starts shaking violently, and I mean hard. Pictures start falling off the walls. The next day, they finally decide that they need to get a preacher involved, and they're praying that this preacher can help them. So the preacher comes to the house. He doesn't even step foot in the house before he tells them, you need to leave this house. I am not going in there. Something evil is in that house. Just pack up and leave. This evil is real. He gave the kids prayer cloths and the kids were having nightmares, but as soon as they started using these prayer cloths and also putting Bibles underneath their bed, the nightmares stopped. Now her baby's father had been calling her crazy for this, but one day he comes over to the house to change the light bulb, and as he's twisting the light bulb out, he gets this feeling to twist the light bulb back in. And when he did, the light shines back on and he sees a man standing in front of his face. He then called her crying, apologized apologizing for not believing her. He was absolutely terrified. Then her son started seeing something that he called the devil lady. It absolutely terrified him. Now, he didn't say exactly what this woman looked like, but he just said that she looked like the devil. Thankfully, they ended up moving out of that house because they couldn't take it anymore, and nothing followed them, thank God. A few years later, a guy that she knew that was actually staying in her old house comes up to her, and his son is with him, and his son says something to her that gives her chills. He tells her that he sees a devil lady in that house, uses the same exact words that her son used. There was no way that he could have known about this because this child was not even born when these paranormal occurrences were happening with her and her family at that house. Now, Marla has always seen and heard things, and people have always made her feel crazy about it, even her family. Now, the crazy thing is that before all of this happened, her mom had gotten sick with schmancer and she passed away. Now, Marla says that her mom had it out for her. She did not like her. And Marla thinks that this entity that was doing this to her was her mother. When she was alive, she used to throw things at her and scratch her. She got so used to it, she started throwing things back. But she truly believes that her mother is the one that held her down, and possibly even the devil woman that these children are seeing. She said she has blessed her new house, and she keeps it blessed regularly, so nothing else has happened to her, thankfully. But she wants to know what you guys think about this story. What do you think happened here? Do you think that this was her mother? Or do you think that this was something darker? Maybe demonic? Because this is pretty bad. I mean, can people go from being alive and then just passing away and becoming super evil like that? Like evil after you pass away? It makes you wonder. I've always wondered if people, after they pass away, if sometimes they get better, like they realize what they have done in life and they change. But I guess that's not always the case. And all the chairs being flipped upside down and the table, that sounds very poltergeisty to me. But the rest of it kind of sounds demonic. But she does think it was her mother. So all thoughts and opinions, please drop them below, you guys. And Marla, I am so sorry about the things that happened to you. I'm so sorry about your mother. I'm so sorry that she was so cruel to you. And I'm sorry that if this was her in the afterlife, that she was so cruel to you afterwards. Or this could have been a demonic presence impersonating your mother, knowing that that was your trauma. But regardless of what it was, I do hope that you are okay. And I hope that you have found some way to heal from this. Much love goes to you. And thank you for letting me share your story. And with that being said, I am now going to do my favorite part, which is the shout outs. My first shout out is going to Matt Gallego 6110. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You left the sweetest comment underneath one of my videos, and I appreciate you so much. I love that you love my videos on both TT and on here. That means the world to me that you support me on both channels and that you left such a sweet comment. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being a part of my little community. It means the world to me and I love you. My next one is going to Missy Davis-DHQ. I hope that I said that correctly. You are the best. You said that you love my stories, and that means the world to me. Thank you so much for commenting, and thank you so much for telling me that. I appreciate you being a part of this little community and supporting me by commenting and liking. That means the absolute world to me. And I just want to show my appreciation for you like you show your appreciation for me. So I love you, and thank you. And my name is Kaisa, and I tell true scary stories on here every other night that you guys submit to me or recommend to me. So if you're into that, hit that subscribe button so you can get notified next time I tell a true scary story. And I just need you to do 3 things for me. And what are those? Keep sending me your scary stories or your recommendations. Have a safe night. And what's the 3rd one? Say it with me. Have a spooky night. Love you guys so much. See you in the next one. Spooky kisses and haunted hugs.